Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jai Om Vishnupada Parama. Om Namo Bhagavate Shrivasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shrivasudevaya.
Devaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Shrivasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayaudiryet Nashtaprayeshu Abhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Shevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtuki Shinmatam Sataka Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtanam Vidayantastavadhrani Vidunoti Suhashatam Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobhadaya Cheta etir anavidim satam satya prasiddhati chidyante hridayam grantis hridyante hridayam grantis chidyante sara samshaya rishyante sara karmani. What is that? Tastim evatma ishware. So this is a very beautiful verse. Yad shravanam yad kirtanam yad ikshanam yad arhanam yad smaranam yad what is that? Arhanam yad lokashashadya vidunoti kalmasham tasmay shubhadra shavashanam nama. It's a beautiful verse, but I am with the permission of Maharaj, I'm going to do a different verse, which is from 11th canto, chapter number 20, verse number 27 and 28. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So it's 11th canto. Everybody has a Vedavis. Thank you. It's 11th canto, chapter number 20, verse number 27 and 28. Before I start anything, I seek blessings from His Holiness Dhanvir Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Gaunitai, assembled devotees. So whatever I can speak, it's for my own purification, and whatever I speak will help us in our Krishna consciousness. I'm not prepared what to speak, so please forgive me if I'm going somewhere wrong, and please chastise me if I'm going anywhere wrong. So this is a verse which I like the most, and the reason I like this verse the most because I have never experienced that I will have any challenges in Krishna consciousness. I thought that Krishna consciousness is very mushy. Everything is smooth in Krishna consciousness. And suddenly Krishna smashed me one day. And that was a heavy smash. And I don't know how to handle that. And this verse survived me. I was able to survive my Krishna consciousness because of this verse. So I want to recite this verse in front of all of you, with all of permission of all of Vaishnavas over here. So, yes, Prabhu? Canto 11, chapter 20, verse number 27 and 28. Can I start? Jata Shraddha Mat Kathasho Nirvinna Sarva Karmashu Veda dukhatmakan kaman. Parityaga api anishvara. Tato bhajitamam prita. Shraddhalu dridhanishchaya. Jushamanastatan kaman. Dukha udarkhan cha grahyan.
Jat Shraddho Mat Kathasu
Jata shraddha mat kathashu.
Nirvina Sarva Karmasu
Nirvinna sarva karmasu.
Vidukhatmakan Kaman
Veda dukhatmaka kaman.
Prityage Nishvaraha
Parityage api anishvara.
Obhajetamam Prita
Tato bhajetamam prita.
Radhalur Vidanishchaya
Shraddhalu dridhanishchaya.
Jushamanas Chatan Kaman
Shmanastatan kaman.
Tukodakar Kams Chakarayan
Dukodarkam sakam karihyan.
Ashadho Matkatasu
Tashatta mat kathashu.
Nirvina Sarva Karmasu
Nirvinna sarva karmasu.
Veda Dukatmakan Kaman
Yatukhatmakan kaman.
Parityage Pyanishvaraha
Parityage api anishvara.
Tato Bhajetamang Prita
Tato bhajetamam prita.
Shraddha Lordi Danishchayaha
Shraddhalu dridhanishchaya.
Tushamanascha Kaman
Shamanashatan kaman.
Dukodarkangscha Garhayan
Kodarkhan chagaryan.
Jatasradho mata kattasho
Tashraddha mat kathashu.
nirvina sarva karmashu
Nirvinna sarva karmashu.
veda dukkhantat makan kaman
Yadukhatmakan kaman.
parityagaye pi anishvara
Ishvara.
tato bhajetamam pritaha
Tato bhajetamam prita.
Sradhalur dridha nishchaya
Shraddhalu dridhanishchaya.
Dusamanaschatan kaman
Shamanashatan kaman.
Dukkodar kamascha grahayan
Udarkhan chagaryan.
Tata shakto teshu
Shraddha mat kathashu.
Nirvina sarvakam
Sarva karmashu.
Veda dukatmakan kaman
Yaduk api anishvara.
Tato bhajetamam pita
Tato bhajetamam prita.
Shraddhalur dvita nischaya
Shraddhalu dridhanishchaya.
Samanaschatan kaman
Shamanashatan kaman.
Dukodharmascha karyan
Udarkhan chagaryan.
Jatashado Matkatasu
Jatashraddha mat kathashu.
Nirvina Sarva Karmasu
Nirvinna sarva karmashu.
Veda Dukatmakan Kaman
Vedadukhatmakan kaman.
Prityage Pranishvaraha
Parityage api anishvara.
Tato bhajita mam prita.
Tato bhajeta mam prita.
Shradalur dridha nishtaya.
Shraddhalu drida nishaya.
Drishyamanascha tan kaman.
Jushamana Shatan Kaman.
Dukodarkamscha garhayan.
Udarkan Chagarya.
Jata Shraddho Makatasu
Jata Shaddo Mat Kathasu.
Nirvina Sarva Karmasu
Nirvinna Sarvakarmasu.
Veda Dukatmakan Kaman
Ida Dukhatmakan Kaman.
Parityagepya Nishvaraha
Tyage Apiyanishvara.
Tato Bhajetamam Prita
To Bhajeta Mam Prita.
Shraddhalu Dridhanishchayaha
Shraddhalu Drida Nishaya.
Dushamanashchitan Kaman
Shumana Shatan Kaman.
Kardarkam Shagarayan
Ukodarkan Chagarya. What two word synonyms? Jata, one who has awakened. Shraddha, faith. Mat kathaso, in the descriptions of my glories. Nirvinna, disgusted. Sarva, with all. Karmasu, activities. Veda, he knows. Dukha, misery. Atmakan, constituted of. Kaman, all types of sense gratification. Parityage, in the process of renouncing. Api, although. Anishvara, unable. Tata, due to such faith. Bhajet, he should worship. Mam, me. Prita, remaining happy. Shraddhalu, being faithful. Drida, resolute. Nishchaya, conviction. Jushmana, engaging. Actually, Jushmanas means enthusiast. Josh, the Hindi is called Josh, is called forcefully, like enthusiastically engaging. Cha, also, Han, that. Kaman, sense gratification. Dukha, misery. Udarkan, leading to. Cha, also. Karyan, repenting of. So this verse, basically, before we go to translation, it shows that how much Lord Krishna is giving us concession, and how much hopeless I am, and how much helpless I am, and how much Krishna is giving us that, okay, don't worry, I'm here to help you with every step. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A. Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. Having awakened faith in the narrations of my glories, being disgusted with all material activities, knowing that all sense gratification leads to misery, but still being unable to renounce all sense enjoyment, my devotee should remain happy and worship me with great faith and conviction, even though he is sometimes engaged in sense enjoyment. My devotee knows that all sense gratification leads to a miserable result, and he sincerely repents such activities. Wonderful, right? Purport. It's a long purport. The beginning stage of pure devotional service is described here by the Lord. A sincere devotee has practically seen that all material activities lead only to sense gratification, and all sense gratification leads only to misery. Thus, a devotee's sincere desire is to engage 24 hours a day in the loving service of Lord Krishna without any personal motivation. The devotee sincerely desires to be established in his constitutional position as the Lord's eternal servitor, and he prays to the Lord to elevate him to this exalted position. The word Anishwara indicates that because of one's past sinful activities and bad habits, one may not immediately be able to completely extinguish the enjoying spirit. The Lord here encourages such a devotee not to be overly depressed or morose, but to remain enthusiastic and to go on with his loving service. I read this sentence again. The Lord here encourages such a devotee not to be overly depressed or morose, but to remain enthusiastic and to go on with his loving service. The word nirvana indicates that a sincere devotee, although somewhat entangled in the remnants of sense gratification, is completely disgusted with material life and under no circumstances willingly commits sinful activities. In fact, he avoids every kind of materialistic activity. The word kaman basically refers to sex attraction and its byproducts in the form of children, home, and so forth. Within the material world, the sex impulses is so strong that even a sincere candidate in the loving service of the Lord may sometimes be disturbed by sex attraction or by lingering sentiments for wife and children. A pure devotee certainly feels spiritual affection for all living entities, including the so-called wife and children. But he knows that material bodily attraction leads to no good, for it simply entangles one and one's so-called relatives in miserable chain reaction of fruitive activities. The word Trida Nishchaya, steadfast conviction, indicates that in any circumstance, a devotee is completely determined to go on with his prescribed duties for Krishna. Thus, he thinks, by my previous shameful life, my heart is polluted with many illusory attachments. Personally, I have no power to stop them. Only Lord Krishna within my heart can remove such inauspicious contamination. But whether the Lord removes such attachments immediately or lets me go on being afflicted by them, I will never give up my devotion service to him. Wow. But whether the Lord removes such attachments immediately or lets me go on being inflicted by them, I will never give up my devotion service to him. Even if the Lord places millions of obstacles in my path, and even if, because of my offenses, I go to hell, I will never for a moment stop serving Lord Krishna. I am not interested in mental speculation and fruitive activities. Even if Lord Brahma personally comes before me offering such engagements, I will not be even slightly interested. Although I am attached to material things, I can see very clearly that they lead to no good because they simply give me trouble and disturb my devotional service to the Lord. Therefore, I sincerely repent my foolish attachments to so many material things, and I'm patiently awaiting Lord Krishna's mercy. The word prita indicates that a devotee feels exactly like the son or the subject of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is very attached to his relationship with the Lord. Therefore, although sincerely lamenting occasional lapse into sense enjoyment, sincerely lamenting occasional lapse into sense enjoyment, he never gives up his enthusiasm to serve Lord Krishna. If a devotee becomes too morose or discouraged in devotional service, he may drift into an impersonal consciousness or give up his devotional service to the Lord. Therefore, the Lord here advises that although one should sincerely repent, he should not become chronically depressed. One should understand that because of his past sins, he must occasionally suffer disturbances from the material mind and senses. But one should not therefore become a devotee of detachment, as do the speculative philosophers. Although one may desire detachment to purify one's devotional service to the Lord, if one becomes more concerned with renunciation than when acting for the pleasure of Lord Krishna, he is misunderstanding the position of loving devotional service. Srila Prabhupada is saying that if the devotee is focusing more on renunciation rather than focusing on the pleasure of Lord Krishna, he is misunderstanding the position of loving devotional service. We have nothing to renounce because nothing belongs to us. And Krishna consciousness is not renunciation. Krishna consciousness is a joyful process. So, yeah, faith in Lord Krishna is so powerful that in due course of time, it will automatically avoid detachment. Faith in Lord Krishna is so powerful that in due course of time, it will automatically avoid detachment and perfect knowledge. For example, what is the example? Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj went to the woods to obtain the kingdom greater than his great-grandfather Manu. And he says, Tana balashis tapasi stito aham tam prapvam de muni indriya guhyam kacham vichiman api divyaratnam swamin krita arto asmin varam nayache. When he saw Krishna, Lord Krishna, the Paramatma in his heart, he's in front of him. He said, Krishna, I was here, Lord Krishna, I was here to get the most opulent kingdom, much greater than my grandfather. But now I got you, which is even difficult to be obtained by Deva, Muni, Indriya, Guhyam, which is difficult to obtain by Devla, demigods, Indra even. Muni, the great sages cannot attain you. Kacham Vichivan api diviratam. I was looking for the broken pieces of glasses. Swamin krita arto asmin varam nayache. I don't want anything. I obtained you now. Now, this is not a fake renunciation. Dhruva Maharaj went to the woods with the greater attachments. He wants something bigger than anything can expect in the world. We can expect a beautiful girl or a beautiful house or car. He was expecting the kingdom greater than his great-grandfather. But he wasn't honest. When Narad Muni came to him, he was honest that, hey, just leave me alone. I want to go to woods to get Krishna. And the reason I'm getting Krishna is not for any other reason, but I want a kingdom greater than my great-grandfather. That's only the aim. But when he got Krishna, he became so powerful that he stopped breathing. And by his stopping of the breathing, the whole universe and the demigods and everyone, they felt suffocation because of his austerities and because of his stopping of his breathing. So they went to Brahmaji and they told that, hey, what is going on? We cannot breathe. So just by the regulative practice of devotional service given by his Guru Maharaj, Narad Muni, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, he asked him to chant that mantra. And he chanted honestly, with sincerity. And he became so powerful. He became so powerful that he got Krishna in front of him. And when Krishna was in front of him, Krishna told, ask, what do you want in the life? And I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I just want you. And when he was leaving this material planet, he said that I don't want to go alone. I want first my mother to go. And because she was a Vartma Pradakshak Guru, she told her, go to the forest. So he became so pure and so much elevated that he also took his family members back to Godhead. So material attachment is not bad. Material attachment is, but the thing is that when we don't practice Krishna consciousness seriously, that's where the material attachments overpower us. Okay, let's finish the purport. Faith in Lord Krishna is so powerful that in due course of time, it will automatically evolve detachment and perfect knowledge. If one gives up Lord Krishna as a central object of one's worship and concentrates more on knowledge and detachment, one will become deviated from one progress in going back home, back to Godhead. A sincere devotee of Lord must be sincerely convinced that simply by strength of devotion service and the mercy of Lord Krishna, he will achieve everything auspicious in life. Simply by the strength of devotion service and by mercy of Lord Krishna, he will achieve everything auspicious in life. One must believe that Lord Krishna is all merciful, that he is the only real goal of one's life. Such determined faith, combined with a sincere desire to give up sense enjoyment, will carry one past the obstacles of this world. The words Jata Shraddha Mat Kathasu are most significant here. By faithful hearing of the mercy and glories of Lord, one will gradually be freed from all material desire and clearly see at every moment the utter frustration of sense gratification. Chanting the glories of Lord with firm faith and conviction is tremendously powerful spiritual process that enables one to give up all material association. Last paragraph. There is actually nothing inauspicious in devotional service of the Lord. There is actually nothing inauspicious in the devotional service of the Lord. Occasional difficulties experienced by a devotee are due to his previous material activities. On the other hand, the endeavor for sense gratification is completely inauspicious. Thus, sense gratification and devotional service are directly opposed to each other. In all circumstances, one should therefore remain the Lord's sincere servant, always believing in his mercy. Then one will certainly go back home, back to Godhead. So Prabhupada is stressing very important point over here is enthusiasm. Now, I have a question. What is a symptom of a person who is enthusiastic? Externally, he may be jumping, distributing a lot of books, or doing a lot of service, or being more pleasing to Guru, showing externally everything, Guru Maharaj, I'm the best. But what is the inner quality by which we can judge the devotee is really enthusiastic? Prabhu, you want to share something?
Activity with intelligence.
Activity with intelligence. Yes, that's a good point. You want to share?
Determination.
Determination. Yes, that's a good point. Anyone else to add something? Yes, Rishi Kumar. Prabhu?
You see that they keep doing their service.
Keep doing the service.
They're steady in the service.
That's a good point because you cannot fake it for a long time. Prabhupada and the other senior devotees, which I heard from them, they say that those who are enthusiastic, they speak from the realization. It's easy to give the class sitting on the Vyasasana and speak big things. But one who is really enthusiastic will show by his example that how enthusiastic he is. And also, one thing that this occasional ups and down is very natural in Krishna consciousness. Very, very natural. First 10 years of the life is honeymoon phase. Krishna will give a lot of mercy, lot of mercy. Whatever you do, you will be successful in all things. And after 11, 12, 13 years, Krishna will show you the bang. And that's the first bang. And when the first bang comes, it's intolerable. I am pretty sure Maharaj knows what I'm talking about. He's in for 50, 55 years, he's serving Krishna. That first bang is so powerful that we have no idea what to do. Because we expected Krishna consciousness is going to be like this. This is what I'm doing to do for my whole life. Perfect. Everything is going. I got my van. I got book distribution, or I got something preaching, I'm a good cook. But no, Lord Krishna will make sure, or Lord Krishna's external energy will make sure that you'll be smashed. And when this smash happens, it's uncontrollable, it's unbelievable, and we don't know where to go. Because mind is so powerful that even when we go and talk with our Guru Maharaj or senior devotees, that Guru Maharaj, I'm facing this situation, how to come out of the situation, the mind is not going to listen to you. Yatato api kaunteya purushasya vipashvita indriyani pramatini haranti prasapamman. Then indriyani hi charatam yad mano dhivet tadasya arti pradhanam vayur navam imamasi. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that these senses are so powerful. Yatato api kaunteya, that even if the man of discrimination is trying to control it, he will not be able to control it. And it will sweep like a strong ship is swayed by the strong wind. So when this situation will come up, so I'm not here to frighten you or scare you, but I'm here to prepare you that don't consider Krishna conscious. Of course, Krishna consciousness is a joyful process. It's a very joyful process. But Lord Krishna will make sure to make you believe that there is a big obstacle and how to get out of that obstacle. Because getting out of the obstacle is not easy. I will not lie with you guys. Recently, before a few months, like before 6 months, I faced a serious challenge in my life, serious challenge. I was in a book distribution and somehow I got attracted to a Mataji. And it was so hard for me to get out of that. I never expected this thing. I think I can handle it. I can preach this Mataji. I know what I'm doing. And my mind got swayed like a strong wind. Zoop. And I went to India to meet my Guru Maharaj. I contacted so many senior devotees, but still, no, my mind was saying, no, you're doing right. You should keep doing this thing. And it was, my Krishna consciousness was like, and slowly to bring that mind again toward Krishna, it is so difficult. Because whatever it is easy to climb down, it's easy to climb. It's very hard to climb up. Whatever efforts we are put in to get to that level, it takes 1 second to get down. 1 second, not even 1 second. Krishna's external energy is so powerful, so powerful, so powerful. Daivi esha gunamai mama maya durataya mama eva prapadyante mayam etataranti. Radhanath Maharaj say that every day when I'm hearing this verse, after 50 years, Prabhupada writes it's difficult. But Maharaj is saying that it is impossible to overcome. That's Maharaj's word. After 40, 50, 60 years, they are saying that this energy of Krishna is so powerful that every day when I'm opening Bhagavad Gita and reading 7:14, and I'm seeing the difficult, I think it's not difficult. It is impossible. So dear devotees, it's very, very impossible. It's impossible. Whatever small amount, insignificant amount of service we are doing, it's mercy. Then I understand. Krishna has put me in this situation to make me aware that whatever service I'm doing, it's only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. I am not the controller. I'm not the doer. And then I came to my senses. And again, slowly, I came to my path and senses. So that's the reason I selected this verse. Not for you, but for me. Because when I heard this verse, that Krishna says that even if you're not able to give up this sense gratification, but 3 things, Jushmanas, forcefully continue doing the service with the dedication, conviction, Shraddha, faith, Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dharyad. You know that verse, right? Utsaha, Nishchaya. What is Utsaha? Enthusiasm. Nishchaya, determination. Faith. And then Nishchaya, Dharyad means determination, tolerance. If you keep these 3 things in the mind, Ushahad, Nishchayat, Dharyat. I don't have a love for Krishna, but following this process, even if you desire to serve Guru Maharaj, that will keep us safe. Our sincere desire, even if we don't know what we are doing, but keep doing every day, that means we are in a safe position. But the moment we get distracted and start asking the question should be there, but not in a challenging mood. The moment we start challenging the Guru's instruction, that means we are not safe position. It's a literal statement. I'm not making any theoretical statement. It's a very practical statement. Even if you don't know what you're doing, please keep doing. Don't give your mind a single moment of space. The moment the mind get a space, that means the mind will think of women or money or resting. Oh, it's not a good day. Let me sleep in the van. Oh, it's not a good day. Let me close my door and chant 50, 66 round more. We cannot chant 66 round or more. We cannot do that. 16 round is enough for us, and do service, a hard labor for Krishna. Unless you give your hard labor to Krishna, Lord Krishna will never reveal anything to you. We are not at that position to chant 64 rounds. Please, at least I am not at that position. And yesterday we were in the music festival and they kicked us out. On the very first day we were kicked out and we have no idea what to do. And we started doing Walmart. And it came out to be the best day in the Walmart, right? It was $700 in 4 hours. And so many books went out. So as Vaisheshika Prabhu say, hit the pavement, just get out of that comfort zone. Get out. And it's very important. Everybody, all the Guru Maharajas or Srila Prabhupada or our previous acharyas or the senior devotees, when they're saying get out of the comfort zone, is not for that because they want you to work hard or they want you to see how much hard you slog for Krishna. No, it's for our own good. Because mind is so strong. Moment the mind got space, I started associating with the Mataji. I started giving Bhagavatam classes. I even don't know what I'm doing. Reading Krishna book. And one day I was attached. It's a true story. It's a very true story. But fortunately, I'm out of it. But maybe you guys are more elevated, but I'm telling you, I was giving my 24 hours in Krishna consciousness. Like every single second, I was like, boom, 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 boom. And still, I was smashed by Krishna. I'm not saying that I'm a great person, but I gave like 5 minutes of my mind to talk with that Mataji. I'm not saying we're not fanatic not to talk with Mataji, but I was talking in the mood of attachment. I got attached. I was even not knowing. I was thinking I'm giving Bhagavatam class and I was attached. So that's the reason. And when I read this verse, Krishna says that, okay, go on. Even if you are a lot of attachment, even if you are the most sinful of the sinful, only qualification, Tatra laulyam mulyam api ekalam janakoti bhakti na labhyet. Only is qualification is intense greed. Not to love Krishna, that's a very far, but to serve, to do our service. We should get attached to our service. That's our safest point. The moment we attach to our service, our mind will engage. How to improve the service? What should I do the best in my service? What should I do to make this service better? How much time I should give my service? And that will keep our mind engaged. And that's how we can keep this naughty and stupid mind engaged. And when we keep doing this thing again and again for 30, 40, 50 years, one day we might get Krishna's love. And even if we don't get Krishna's love, at least we are happy that we use this body to serve Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Our life is successful. Let's say even if we don't get Krishna's prema, who cares? We have successfully given our life to the service of Guru and Srila Prabhupada. Like Prabhupada was given his entire life to spread Krishna consciousness in the West, to entire universe, probably we can say like that. I was an Indian. I don't know what is Krishna consciousness, honestly. When I came to America, I understand what is Krishna consciousness. It's just because of Prabhupada. With the 3 heart attacks, in the cargo ship, can any one of you can go in cargo ship? For 40 days, 67-year-old person from Vrindavan, 50 years before in America, there were no Indians in America at that time. And when he came to the port of Boston, there was no one to pick him up. How much he struggled. So even if we don't get Krishna Prema, who cares? We saw Prabhupada, the real gentleman who has given his heart and soul to serve the entire community or entire universe. That's the success of the life. Right or wrong? It's correct. So whatever we are, keep doing. Even if we don't get Krishna Prema, we love Srila Prabhupada. Because he was a real gentleman who has given his life and soul with the 3 heart attacks. When he came to America, no one was there to pick him up. He doesn't know how to shop in the Walmart. When he went to Walmart, he told that lady, can I get I'm not going to, she told me, it's $7, sir. No, I'm going to only give you $3. That's how the bargain in India. He was not doing anything. When he saw the snow, he saw that, oh, it's a white carpet. There was hippies who were trying to kill him. His typewriter was stolen. So many difficulties in the Bowery. If Jagat Guru was staying in the Bowery, in the ghettos in New York, he doesn't have to do all these things. Why did he did? So that we can get all this nice prasad, nice temple, nice association. I was just talking with Rishi Kumar yesterday that we have a books, we have a van, we have a heater in the van, we have water, we have a nice prasadam with the pure ghee. When Prabhupada started, he write the books by his own, and that too was stolen. That his wife has sell it for the tea. You know that he wrote the Bhagavad Gita, and his wife sold those manuscripts for the tea. Then he wrote again. Then when he read the books, he has to take the train to go to Delhi. But to save the money, he was taking tanga, something like that. Tanga means a horse, right? And he was saying like penny to get a good paper. And when he go to Delhi, he has to fight for the good papers we can get a good printing papers. And when he get a papers, then he has to print. He has to go to the printers, and he has to struggle with him to get a good printing. And when the books get printed, he has to go to the binder to bind the books, and he has to struggle for that. He has no money. And when the books are binded, he has to go out himself and distribute the books to the extent that he got fainted in a sunstroke. Srila Prabhupada got fainted in a sunstroke. It's our duty to give our life to Prabhupada. We don't know who is Gaur Nitai. We don't know who is Radha Krishna. But we know one thing, Prabhupada. And we know our Guru Maharaj. They are given their life for Prabhupada. And at this moment, they are giving their life. Maharaj is writing a book called Garga Samhita. At this age, with completely, not a good situation. How much are they enthusiastic to serve Srila Prabhupada? And that should be our inspiring key, looking at our Guru Maharaj and different Guru Maharajas who are serving. Kadambakhanand Maharaj, Jayapataka Maharaj, he just came to America. Practically, he's his corpse. He's like completely, he cannot do anything. But still, he's so vigorously preaching. We have 2 hands. My Guru Maharaj always says one thing. We have 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes. If we have this, we are able body, we can go and preach. And preaching, what is preaching? Just say, this is a book, sir. Please take it and give a $10 donation. That's the preaching. We use this word preaching for giving the books. Prabhupada used the word preaching. We are not even preaching. We're just giving books and saying, now can you give us $10, please? And they literally give us $10, right, Prabhu? They literally give us not $10. How much we made in first day festival? He made like $300 in 3 hours, and I made like $700 in 3 hours. People are giving money. Then what's stopping us? People are giving money, the books are getting sold. What's stopping us? And there should be no reason to stop, because we can see Prabhupada has never stopped. Have anyone seen the video, last moment of the Prabhupada? He was dictating on the dictaphone. He was on the deathbed. He was still dictating his purpose, Bhaktivedanta purpose. See your Guru Maharaj, see Jayapataka Maharaj, see Gopal Krishna Maharaj, see Radhanath Maharaj. Learn from them. And we should be sincere enough. I'm not saying you're not sincere. You're more sincere than anyone else. This is not easy what you're doing over here, wearing saffron, with practically no women's over here. You are living in a very austere way. So this is not easy what you're doing. I offer you my obeisances to all of you. But keep doing. Let's keep doing this. Because this is not easy. This is not, what you're doing is not easy. It's very, very, very difficult. Very difficult. And you're coming from different culture like America. Your culture is completely different than India. India, we don't know what is drugs, what is sex. Now we know, but when I was growing up, I was having no idea. Over here, the life starts with the drugs and sex. And then non-vegetarian, like meat, beef. I don't know what is beef or eggs in my life. So for me, it's a little easy, but still my mind is not making it easy. For you, it's very difficult, guys. And looking at the austere environment, there is practically no Mataji, so nothing to see. Just serving Maharaj and looking at the mission. So that is incredible, guys. What you're doing is amazing. Just my request, let's keep doing this to the end of the life. So that even if we don't go back to God, at least we are happy that we did something for our Guru and Srila Prabhupada. It's not easy. What you guys are doing is not easy. With the saffron colors, there's extra pressure. And this is what you're respected for. So thank you for doing this. Keep doing it. I'm not trying to instruct you. We are in the same boat. Keep doing it. Let's fight with the mind together so that mind become weak. And let's continue with our strong service. Thank you, Maharaj. I'm sorry. You have anything to add, Maharaj? Does anyone have a question or something? I'm sorry, Maharaj. I selected the wrong verse. Yes.
So I was just wondering how long something like this lasts for, this whole smashing process.
How long?
Yeah, how long usually it lasts
Krishna
for.
consciousness is a lifelong struggle. Maharaj can add more, but he's not there. But Krishna consciousness is a lifelong struggle. It's not a struggle like, the thing is that we have to be cautious at every step. The external energy of Krishna is very powerful. So if you're not focused, it's easy to get distracted. It's very easy to get distracted. So it's a lifelong struggle. And if there is no struggle, that means we are not growing. One of the symptoms of growth is we are struggling. Because the person who is not struggling, he'll be happy in his room chanting 60 rounds. And because there is no struggle, that means there is no growth. Because we don't know how to overcome that struggle then. The struggle should be there. Because then we know how to grow, how to cross the struggle and grow more. So we should not be scared of struggle, but we should be cautious of struggle. And when the struggle comes, we should have the devotee association to talk with. Practically, we can reveal our whole mind to everyone, that who we are. And then not to everyone, because people can misuse us, but to the one or two devotees, we can reveal our mind. Guhyam akhyati prachati. That's a process of devotional service, that we should talk our good thing as well as our bad thing to the person, at least one or two person whom we trust. And that person will help us a lot. So Krishna consciousness is a lifelong struggle. The moment we get distracted, it's like a razor sharp edge. What is that verse? Shurasya dhara nishita durataya durgam pathogat patkavayo vadanti. Uthishta jagrata prapya varan nibodhita. Shurasya dhara nishita durataya durgam pathastat kavayo vadanti. Uthishta means utho, get up. Jagrata, wake. Prapya varan nibodhita. Work for the self-realization. Shurasya dhara nishita durataya. This process of devotional service is like a sharp razor's blade. So when you're walking on the blade, you cannot walk like here and there. You have to walk straight. The moment you walk like this, you're cut. Durgam pathastat kavayo vadanti. Even the great kavis, even the great intelligent people say, this is a very difficult path. Very difficult path. It's a very joyful, but we make it difficult because we try to think we are the doer. I try to thought that I am a doer. After 10, 11 years, I thought, oh, I can do this. I made it difficult for me. And that's why I thought I should never travel alone now. It's difficult. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. So I'm not scaring you guys off, but I'm just requesting all of us to be cautious. So it's a lifelong struggle. Sorry. Did I answer your question? But that struggle is good, because if we don't struggle, then we never grow. Struggle should be there. And Lord Krishna will make sure the struggle will come. because he wants us to grow. Otherwise, we will remain on the same level. For example, if you're in first grade, when you go to second grade, there is a higher level of education. When you go to third grade, there's a high level of education. Then 12th grade, there's a very high level of education. Then in college, extremely high level of education. Then in post-graduation, extremely high. The more you go higher education, the more higher the education is. Right? And when you go to doctorate school, it's extremely high education. So the obstacles are there to make you successful, not to make you down. And the purpose of this verse is never get down. The key of the success is that keep doing what we are doing. Keep doing what we are doing, because struggle will come, but struggle are not so strong than Krishna consciousness. All the struggles, all the obstacles are weak in front of Krishna consciousness. All the struggles, all the obstacles are weak in front of our devotion service. All the struggles, all the obstacles are weak in front of our service, what we are doing. So when we are 24 hours engaged in our service, struggle will never come. The moment we rest, struggle will come. I'm not saying we should not rest, but the moment we give extra time to our mind to relax and contemplate what else I can do, at that time the Maya will attack us. For my mind should be very busy. Mind should be very, very busy, always occupied. It's a science. Krishna consciousness is a science. It's a science of engaging the mind. It's a science. It's not a sentimental. It's not emotional process. It's a science, and science work on hypothesis. It's work on the research. It's work on the practical proofs and results. And we are getting results. We are doing science work over here. We are on the research laboratories over here. This is a research hospital. And when we follow the research work properly, we will get the results. No question, no doubt. Honestly, we don't have love for Gaurnita immediately, but Gaurnita is so merciful. He'll start giving mercy in whatever service. The mercy comes when we get attached to a service. That means you should have a service. What service you have? That's your service. That's your service. And you get attached to the service. Attached like anything. This is my service. Let me use my mind and intelligence 24 hours in the service. At that point, we are safe. But still, Lord Krishna will make sure to get diverted, to divert us from that also. Because he wants to see how much it's a challenge. Every step is a challenge. But this challenge, we have Krishna behind us to cover us. But in the material world, when the challenge comes, there is no one else to cover us. Krishna will make sure to cover us. He'll give us a pain, like pinch, but he'll make sure he'll cover us. I'll cover you. Don't worry. I know you're weak. I'll cover you. But so the thing is that at that point, we have to keep showing our sincerity. Most of the people get blooped. Bloop means, Prabhupada uses the word blooped. Bloop means when people get sink in the water, it will make the bloop sound, remember? So Prabhupada said bloop. So most of the people leave Krishna consciousness because they can't handle it. They try to solve by their own. But if you have devotees, Sangha, association, then we are, hey, good to go. And we should be honest enough to reveal our mind. We should honest enough to show how weak we are. We are not strong. But we want to show we are strong. Lord Krishna is strong. Our Guru Maharaj is strong. So when this happened, run to Guru Maharaj, run to Lord Krishna, run to senior devotees. They will handle it. Because they are all gone through some phases of life. They're always ups and down. So they know how to get out of that. They are expertly trained in the science of Krishna consciousness. So they know how to get out of that. The best thing to go is to them. Hey, sir, you're in Krishna consciousness for the last 50 years. What should be done when the institution comes up? How should we handle it? And they will answer right now. Okay, do this. And then do it. Because the mind is so strong at that point. It will not hear the instruction well. Because mind is very powerful. It's powerful like an iron rod. You cannot pierce the needle in an iron rod. So instruction is sharp, but at that time the instruction become like an iron needle. So you cannot pierce iron needle in the big, thick iron rod. It's difficult to. That's why Bhagavatam is always saying, tame the mind, control the mind, do this to the mind, mind. Because Krishna consciousness is a lifelong struggle. It's a lifelong struggle with the mind. Mind will make sure to drag us down. And we have to make sure to go against the mind and keep on with our service. And guys, if it has not given a life, it will going to come. Something will come, which mind will force you to do, and you have to say, no mind, I don't want this. Not to scare you off, to prepare you for the battle. Because it's a battlefield. Krishna consciousness is a war against the Maya. We're literally going against the Maya. Literally against the flow. If you're swimming in the ocean and the current is like this side, you try to flow this side, you'll be swayed by the current. Honestly, we have to admit we are weak. We have to admit we are weak. That's honesty. First admittance is weak, and then go on. Yes, Krishna, I'm weak, but I love you. I want to do my service. Please help me. And Krishna will help you. Okay, because you're honest, I'll help you. But if you think we can do by our own, Krishna will give us more challenges. And it's better to be weak. It's better to be weak because at least we know we are weak. Any questions? Should we end? Yes, Prabhu? Done? Yeah. Any question? Yes, Prabhuji. Done? Good. Granth-raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Dhanvir Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Sorry to reveal my truths in my life.